Is Ham Bridge. So the first ever bridge was situated just there, about 2,000 years ago, when the Romans built it. And it's where the city grew from, because all the people who came to this area came because there was a bridge where they could actually cross the river. And so it led to a city being built all around here. So it's a very important site. About 8 different bridges stood there since that day. It's nice and quiet.
Excuse me, may I try this?
Not here because it's very deep. If we get back, do you know King's College? So remember King's College? Next to there is a very good place to try, so you can try.
Okay.
So if you look across to the right now, you can see this red brick building right behind us. That is student accommodation there. You'll notice it's all very identical all the way along. It's the same on the front side of it as well. And the architect who designed it realised that drunk students might have a real problem finding the way home, because there's five doors going into it and all identical. So he designed that each banister rail, once you go inside, has a different shape at the bottom, so you can feel you're in the right place, so you know you can get home. Very useful for drunk students. Now the building on my right here, this grey, very ugly building. Normally I just ignore it, but I guess I'll tell you a couple of stories. So it's called the Crips Court, or the Craps Court, as people like to nickname it. It was built in the 60s in the architectural style called Brutalist. It's won more awards for its architecture than any other building on the river. It's the most depressing statistic about it. Meant to be officially opened by Prince Charles when it was completed.
That one?
And he arrived in Cambridge to open it, and he turned up here and refused, saying it was the ugliest building he'd ever seen. He didn't open the building, walked away. So the college was very embarrassed. They didn't have anyone to open it. So it's not very popular. The weird thing is the stone they've used for the support columns is immensely valuable, stacked full of really interesting fossils and things. Very expensive stone. And then they wasted it building that ugly building. Another weird little thing, can you see that little gap under the wall which was like a sunken doorway? So, St John's College, by royal decree, used to be allowed to eat a swan every year. And they would capture the swan, setting up a trap inside there, the swan would swim in, it would shut down, and then they could eat the swan. Don't do it anymore. And then these two doors, the one back there and the one here, so they used to be used basically so food could be brought up into the college. So barges would come up the river and drop off food into them. Quite simple. But more recently, that door there on the left hand side is famous for a prank. So some third year students noticed that all the first years had just arrived and they all looked a bit unsure of where they were going, what they were doing. So they rearranged all the fire exit signs pointing to the door. They set off the alarm, they stood on the bridge and watched and waited as all the first years went running out, following the signs, and ended up going for a little swim in the river. It wasn't very friendly, really. So if you come under the bridge's side, you go through here. Not quite as impressive a bridge. It's called the Kitchen Bridge.
What is that called? Kitchen?
Like where you cook food.
Kitchen bridge.
The reason it's called the Kitchen Bridge is because when the wedding cake building on my right-hand side was built, the architect forgot to put the kitchens in. So all the food had to come over this bridge to get to the students.
Save your head, duh.
Watch out for your heads. Yeah. This bridge is very, very badly built. The architect obviously only likes small people. Lots of people come through here and bang their heads. You see earlier they
don't hit, duh.
Whoa.
No.
So as you come out, if you look left onto the bridge, can you see the flood markings? So it's just over here. So March the 14th, 1947, the river flooded to about my chest.
น้ำท่วมเคยท่วมเมื่อปี 1947 เดือนมาร์ชวันที่ 14 เดือนมีนานะคะ 1947 น้ำท่วมสูงถึงขนาดเกือบครึ่งสะพานนั้นนะคะ
When we are next to King's College.
Okay.
Because that place is very easy to punt.
Okay.
Very nice and big. So maybe 10 more minutes. If you can wait.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, keep watching me. You'll learn how to do it. So, the building back there, the wedding cake building, it holds around about 200 people.
จับไม่ได้ห้ามกิน
Very, very beautiful building.
ฝูงเป็ดน่ารักมากเลยค่ะ
Cambridge, I think.
ไปดูหัวมันนะเขาพากันเลี้ยง
น่ารักมากเลย เห็นไหมอ่ะ เห็นไหม เห็นไหม ทีนี้นะคะ เราก็ให้เห็นวิวทิวทัศน์กันพอสมควรแล้วเนาะแม่เซฮัลโหลกับเรียกว่าอะไรอ่ะกับป้าปูกับน้องเปียกกับพระหน่อย
นมัสการเจ้าค่ะท่านหลวงพ่อกับพระลูก สวัสดีพี่สาว
และเพื่อนๆทุกๆคน
และเพื่อนๆทุกๆคนนะคะ ชาวเฟซบุ๊กด้วยค่ะกำลังล่องเรืออยู่ในมหาวิทยาลัย
5 minutes.
เคมบริดจ์
You are very
เดี๋ยวก็จะ
impatient.
เจอวัง